Hello again, guys. Nurse Mike here, World Heavyweight Champion of Nurses, the Bariathlete, the Bariatric Powerlifter, and your personal guide to post-op fitness, exercise, nutrition through my own experience. I am a certified sports nutritionist, certified weight management specialist, registered nurse, but the things I talk about are from my experience. If they work for you, great. If they don't, that's cool too. Something's going to work for you. So today, first of all, I want to get this out of the way. My apologies for the tank top, but I am working on a new tattoo, so I'll show you. So yeah, so all that color was done yesterday, so yeah, we're a little sore. And you know, shirts rubbing up against it, it hurts a little. So today what I want to talk about is a question that I've seen on a lot of the message boards, and that is, when can I get back to heavy lifting, or lifting even? Now, I will start this with one simple answer. We can stop the conversation after this. That is when your doc says so. Right? I mean, it's really that simple. If your doc says 4 weeks, 4 weeks. If your doc says 6 weeks, 6 weeks. Now, the reason for that is that after surgery, you're cut open. There are incisions, there are stitches, there are staples, and if you lift something heavy, you're going to pop something. That's all there is to it. You're going to pop something. Don't lift anything. That being said, walk. Get your walking in, walk a hill, speed walk. I wouldn't run just yet. But in that first 4 week post-op period, you want to take it easy. A little walking, little hills and stuff. That's really the way to go. And what I'll say is, don't worry about, if you want to lift, don't worry about hitting the gym right away. It will come in time. My personal experience with this is that after surgery, I actually didn't do anything. I walked, sure, but I didn't really do any sort of working out till about 8 months, I guess. So at about the 6 to 8 month mark, I went for a follow-up, and I had lost a ton of weight. But the problem is I lost muscle mass too. I was a big guy, played rugby and football, and I had power behind me. And I lost all that after surgery. And my doc says to me, you need to basically stop losing weight. So I was 179 pounds and a size 32 waist. Well, he told me to start hitting the weights, no cardio, which I love that. To this day, no cardio. No, you should do cardio. We'll get into that in a later episode. But he said hit the weights, and it took me about 2 months to find a program. And I Googled, and I went to muscleandstrength.com and bodybuilding.com, and I went to all these different websites to try to find the program that was going to work for me. And eventually I did. I found a gentleman who had some really good programs, and I kind of got into it. And he had an app, and I downloaded them, and I started doing them, and I got hooked. And I got hooked on building muscle and building strength and getting stronger. Now we're talking about 10 months to a year post-op. Now, since then, obviously things have gotten different. I've gotten into, I run a lot of obstacle races every year. I've probably done about 20 at this point in the 3 years, and now I do competitive powerlifting. And when I say competitive, I'm in the competition. I'm not really winning anything yet, but I did hit my own personal goal of 1,000 pounds total, and we'll get into what powerlifting is. It's 3 events. It's a squat, a deadlift, and a bench press, and we'll get into all that. But so when it comes to getting back to the weights after surgery, wait. If you want to start slow, again, get everything cleared by your surgeons. The last thing you want is to damage the good work that you've done and the surgeries that you've done. You don't want to hurt yourselves. when he clears you, some docs may clear you in stages. They may say, okay, you can lift like up to 50 pounds. All right. And again, when you do that, you need to be aware of what muscles affect your core. So, a bicep curl maybe doesn't affect the core if you're doing it properly. I go to the gym and I see some guys doing that, that hitch up with the bar. Oops, sorry. That's affecting your core. You're using your abdominal muscles to do a bicep curl, which, first of all, I want to smack the shit out of you because you just look silly. But you're not working your bicep properly. You're not working your core properly. You're just working everything incorrectly. But that, you can get hurt from that. When some people do legs, you're actually using core as well. So you need to be aware of what exercises are going to actually affect your abdominal muscles. Usually I'd say probably 60 to 90 days out is a real safe bet for kind of open activity. But again, check with your docs. I can't stress that enough. It's the doc. That's their call. They did the surgery. They've seen inside you. And I mean that literally. It's not like, ooh, they saw inside your soul. No, dude saw inside you. He knows what's going on there. He knows what's cut. He knows what's sewn. He knows what can break. Or she. I'm not trying to be sexist. Docs are docs. So, that being said, take your time. You'll get back to it. The gym ain't going anywhere. The weights ain't going anywhere. There will be heavy stuff to lift all the time. And I'll always say, if you want to learn how to lift, come to my gym, Gaglione Strength in Farmingdale, Long Island. The great thing about that place, not only do we lift really heavy stuff, we don't start out that way. There are tiny people lifting tiny amounts, and there are big guys lifting big amounts, and there are guys like me lifting medium amounts. But the thing about it is that John and the team over there, form is of the utmost importance. If you're not lifting right, then you're not lifting. So that's been really helpful for me, both in my own growth and my own goals, is to make sure that I'm doing the lifts right, so that I'm not injuring myself. I did injure myself last year, and I had to step away for a little bit, but everything healed up, and I found that being part of that group, I was able to do more than being alone. At like Gold's or Planet Fitness, having that team behind me and that coaching behind me, I was able to do more, and I saw that in my first meet last year. So I'm currently training for my second meet in November. My goal is to add 100 pounds to my total, and we'll see what happens. But as always, like and subscribe these videos. I think the buttons, I always mess this up. I think it's over there somewhere, like down here, over whatever, it's somewhere. Subscribe. You'll get updates when I post new videos. I ask that I'm not personally on social media. I'm in school and I'm working, and it's a tremendous distraction. So I'm not on social media, but I fully encourage you to click like and share this video with your friends, or your enemies. Who knows? But any questions, feel free to hit me up here. I might get an email account for this at some point, but for right now you can hit me in the comments, and let me know what you guys are doing. If you're working out, let me know how far out from surgery you've been, or if you're pre-op, how far pre-op you are and what you're doing. And as always, if you have any questions, feel free to ask, and I'll answer them in a subsequent video. So as always, you guys are all awesome. You're all kicking ass, and stay bariatric strong, guys. Talk to you soon.